Right now, once again, I'm in front of City Hall. But the reason why we came to Savannah was because it's a fun place to be for the entire family. It's a great spot for that. Savannah is located in the coastal plain region in Georgia. Right now I'm in Johnson Square, one of the 24 original squares in Savannah. The relative location of Savannah is in the northern hemisphere and in the western hemisphere. The absolute location is 32.5 degrees north and 81.5 degrees west. Some of the things I like about historic Savannah is 10 days before St. Patrick's Day, they turn all the fountains in historic Savannah green. Another thing I like about this place is the praline, the type of southern candy, which is so good. It's made with pecan nuts. Although the city has just about everything you could want, I have one major warning for you. It is known as the most
haunted city in America.
The distance between Swanee and Savannah is about 218 miles. Behind me you can see Florence Martyrs, who became an icon for sailors as they passed into the Savannah port. By day she wove her handkerchief, and by night she wove her lantern at the sailors coming through the Savannah River. Many reasons explain why she was doing this, but none have sufficient evidence as to why. One of them was that she was in love with one of the sailors and was waiting for his return. Her immortality stems from her friendly greeting to passing ships, a welcome to strangers entering the port, and a farewell to wave them safely onward. This is the Colonial Cemetery, the second oldest cemetery in Savannah. As you can see here, there are a lot of tombstones just stacked on the walls. The reason for this is, during the Civil War, General Sherman's troops encamped here with their horses. Because it was really mucky, rainy weather back then, the ground got soft, the horses started scratching against the tombstones fell over. But we don't know, obviously, where the bodies lay once they're knocked over, so we just pile them on the wall here. Also, the fence that goes around the cemetery isn't where it originally was. Because they needed more room for like the evolution of cars when they came into play, they moved the fences in. So even when you're walking on the street or whatever, you're still on top of the bodies. Behind me you can see the Savannah Cotton Exchange. It opened in 1887, and basically it was the whole trade market of cotton back in the old days. In its heyday, it transported about 2 million bales of cotton, or should I say the city, just thrown through. It was the second biggest port for all cotton in the world. This is the Old Pink House. It opened in 1771 as the Habersham House for a home as a wealthy planter. As you can see, it's pink. It wasn't always this way. Originally, it was white, but the native brick started bleeding through the plaster, and it became pink. It was home to several meetings that helped ensure the 13 colonies' freedom from England. This building, the Pirate's House, dates all the way back to 1734, where this original building was instated here as a garden for the trustees. In 1753, when it was no longer necessary, it was remade into an inn, where lots of traveling seamen going from different ports would tell about their tales. Recently, it was created into the restaurant we see here today, in which we're going to be eating right now. These two cannons were used in the Revolutionary War. They were given from George Washington to the Chatham Artillery after the war. They've been used to signify the thunderous approaches of multiple famous figures over the years.